potential career paths. So all the enthusiasts, unleash your inner adventure passion and step forward to indulge in making this as a dream career. Now I would like to hand over the dais to our guest speaker, Colonel Ranveer Singh Jamwal sir.
हम लोग अपनी लाइफ में पढ़ते बहुत हैं, and we always have been told by our parents कि पढ़ो पढ़ो पढ़ो. That is also important because आगे बढ़ना है, पर उसके साथ भी एडवेंचर भी ज़रूरी है. लाइफ का एडवेंचर भी ज़रूरी है और एडवेंचर एक्टिविटीज़ भी ज़रूरी है. That is why we are here to tell you what all adventure activities we conduct or what you can do. Anybody knows about NIMAS? National Institute of Mountaineering and Adventure Sports? Anybody? No? That's why we are here. To tell you about NIMAS. माउंटेनियरिंग के लिए आपने एवरेस्ट का नाम सुना है? ओके. माउंट एवरेस्ट जब पहली बार टेंजिंग नोगे चढ़ के आए थे तो उनके सम्मान में, टू ऑनर हिम, देन प्राइम मिनिस्टर Shri Nehru ji, he opened up an institute called Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, that is Darjeeling. It became very famous. So later on there were talks that have more mountaineering institutes. So the new institute which was opened up was Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, Uttarkashi, in Uttarakhand. Then there was another institute which was opened up in Manali, again Himachal Pradesh. Then fourth institute got opened up in 70s, that was Johar Institute of Mountaineering in J&K. So the only hilly state or the hilly area which was left was Northeast. So when in 2003 India was celebrating the first ascent of Everest, 1953 was the first ascent on 29th May, and when it was being celebrated, then Prime Minister Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, he actually asked the chief ministers of Northeast that why can't we have such an institute in Northeast where at least there could be activities whatever the youth wants to do. So then this idea was actually initiated from there. That was in 2003. But obviously ground realities does take time. So it took around 10 years to get it materialized, and in 2013 the first course of mountaineering started. But notwithstanding that, it is not only mountaineering. NIMAS has all the activities you can think of. Normally हम बोलते हैं there are three verticals, aero, aqua and land. Aero means air verticals. Air adventure आप क्या क्या करना चाहते हैं, आप उड़ना चाहते हैं, आप पैराग्लाइडिंग करना चाहते हैं, पैरामोटर करना चाहते हैं, those things. And in aqua we have whitewater rafting and other things. In land activities we have mountaineering, sport climbing and other activities. So this is all what we conduct. I think we can tell them to come in. Okay, thank you. So before I tell you about NIMAS, we have a small movie which we'll just run, which will actually enthrall your, adrenaline, and which will tell you what all we do. Across diverse disciplines, what we call it. So this is obviously in a hillock. It is situated in Dirang Valley. Anybody has been to Dirang? Great. So we have Sir who has been to Dirang and few others also. It is a beautiful valley situated between Bomdila and Singh, which will cater for at least not less than 500 to 700 students per course. As we said, it is under Ministry of Defense. Few things which I have done so far. Okay, which is the highest mountain in the world? Everest, right? I'm fortunate enough to climb it 3 times. And 7 summits we were calling about, or not many people would be knowing about 7 summits. It is the highest mountain of all 7 continents. So anybody who climbs that, he is called a 7 summiter. So I have climbed the highest mountain of all 7 continents. Thank you. And last year, that was 2023, we did a mission called Harshakhar Tiranga. हम लोग बाहर जाके क्लाइंब करते हैं. So we decided to climb in our own country, and we climbed the highest mountain oblique point of all 28 states of India. That we named it Harshakhar Tiranga. So highest mountain in the world, highest mountain of all 7 continents, and the highest mountain oblique point of all 28 states of India. If I ask you what is the highest point or oblique mountain of Assam, how many are from Assam here? Obviously, I can understand all 7 northeastern states would be here representing. Anybody knows highest point of Assam? Sorry, any vague guess? Yeah, it is in NIMAS. But the point name? No. Next. Any other guess? Yes. Its range is good. The name of the peak? Tumjan. Have you heard of it? Okay. How many are from Arunachal here? No? No one? आप ये तो नहीं बोल रहे हो कि अभी हम हाथ खड़ा करेंगे और हमसे पूछेंगे. Okay, anybody from Nagaland? Okay, Nagaland is Mount Saramati, right? So when we went to all these states, unfortunately, not many people were knowing about their own state's highest point oblique mountain. Not many people were knowing about it. That was our main aim. हम सबको पता है कि वर्ल्ड का हाईएस्ट कौन सा है, हम सबको पता है कि K2 कहाँ है, हमें सबको पता है कि अन्नपूर्णा कहाँ है. You know, we talk of bigger things which are in media, but unfortunately our own country is blessed to have all sorts of mountains, tops, rivers. You talk of adventure, it is there. Or you talk of the activities, it is there in our own country. Unfortunately, we don't talk about it. That is primarily the reason we did that. And when we did the expedition in Northeast, we also cycled 1100 kilometers. That includes touching all 7 northeastern states. And we started from Bhalupong. You know where is Bhalupong? उतना तो पता होगा. Bhalupong पता है? Okay. So we started from Bhalupong, and then we ended up doing the circle of Nagaland, then obviously coming down, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, came down to Meghalaya, and then last we finished in Guwahati. So land, aero and eco verticals, I've already talked about. We have expertise and experience. It is very important to do an activity under expert guidance. We always say that. We have best of the instructors. For example, if I talk about mountain instructors, out of 17 mountain instructors, I have 12 mountain instructors who are 8,000 meter summiters, and out of them, 6 are Everesters. So that expertise we talk of. If we talk of whitewater rafting, I have 4 instructors, all 4 are judges and all 4 are national medalists. So this is just an example which I am telling you. We have specialized courses, we have student-centric approach. We don't take 40, 50 students. For example, in paragliding, if you come, we don't take more than 16. If you talk of paramotor, we don't take more than 16. If we talk of whitewater rafting, we don't take more than 16. Because there is certain rafts, certain parameters we follow. In mountaineering, we don't take more than 80 because we do have more instructors with us. Quality and safety, certified instructors, safety equipment and training facilities are the best with us. That we can assure you. Mountaineering, we offer basic advanced method of instruction and search and rescue course. We offer courses in mountain terrain biking, basic and advanced. Mountain terrain biking, again, an amazing thing which you want to do. Interested in cycling? We are the ones who are there to train you for that. Paragliding, it happens in Sepa Valley in Arunachal. It's a beautiful valley. We train you how to do this. Paramotor, it happens in Pani Kheti. Anybody knows where Pani Kheti is? Yes, it happens in Pani Kheti, banks of Brahmaputra. And we offer basic, intermediate and refresher course also. Sometimes people do the course and they don't have time to come back and do the course again or rather do any other activity. So they can yearly come and refresh it and they can actually fly the glider. Scuba diving. We do scuba diving in Doki River and we also do it at Sela. So anybody knows about Doki? Good place to be. Whitewater rafting. We conduct it in a place called Balupong, which I have told. We have a full-fledged infrastructure there, and next year 2025 you will see National Whitewater Rafting Championship happening there. We have various records in NIMAS. 1 world record, more than 3 Asian records and more than 5 Indian records we have conducted, or rather we have established in NIMAS. We have done more than 4,000 cycling in Northeast, in Southeast Asian nations also more than 5,000 kilometers. In France, we did the expedition. We did the first ascents of most of the Arunachal mountains. Now, a lot of times, we say that adventure is just for fun, but it does have educational value. Definitely, it gives you thrill and excitement. Apart from that, it gives you educational value. Physical fitness, right? You agree with me? You require to have a physical fitness. And if you don't have, we will ensure that you become physically fit. You come to us for 28 days. Sometimes people do tell, sir, I'm obese or I'm unfit. Kya main kar sakta hu? And I always tell him ki you're most welcome. It is, you will have a double benefit. We will ensure you that you become physically fit also, and we will ensure that you will have some skill also. So that also we ensure. Mental fitness, very obvious. When you're conducting or when you're doing the adventure courses, you have to be mentally fit also. And if you're not, during the conduct of the course, you will become active and mentally fit also. Personal growth. You will also proudly feel, जैसे सर बता रहे थे कि in 1986 he conducted trekking expedition, or rather he went for trekking expedition. आपको भी याद रहेगा कि हम जब निमास में गए थे, वहां पे हमने ट्रैकिंग एक्सपेडिशन किया था, वहां पे हमने राफ्टिंग एक्सपेडिशन किया था. You will remember that. Team building. Lot of times it happens that आप स्कूल से निकलते हो या अपने कॉलेज से निकलते हो, you go back to home. Nowadays, atmosphere is such, nuclear families, not much of bonding because you don't have siblings. You all have one brother, sister, or whatever. Team building is something which is really important. And when you are doing course with 16 of your peers or maybe 80 of your teammates, definitely team building is one of the things which you develop. Connection with nature, very obvious. Cultural exploration. You go from one place to another. I just tell you one thing. When I went for the first time in Newmaling, there's a place called, ahead of Jung Waterfall, there's a place called Newmaling. Only 2 houses there. अवतार किसने मूवी देखी है? अवतार देखिए? Great. Actually telling you, you will feel that कि अवतार मूवी जो है वो वहाँ पे पिक्चराइज हुई है. It is such a beautiful place. So that is how you feel with nature. Risk management, definitely part of the risk management. Once you go through such things, आपको आ जाता है कि रिस्क जो है वो लेना कैसे है या कितना लेना है. कैलकुलेटिव रिस्क कि आपको खतरा भी मोल हो सकता है और आपकी जान भी बच सकती है, वैसा कुछ. You know, sometimes you go through dangerous situations. An overview of scope of adventure sports in India. What do you do? फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आपने माउंटेनियरिंग कर ली, उसके बाद आपका एडवेंचर में स्कोप क्या है? आप माउंटेनियरिंग इंस्ट्रक्टर बन सकते हैं. यू कैन बिकम एन एक्सपीडिशन लीडर. You can become an adventure tourism operator. This can give you employment. You can become a search and rescue team member, or you can become one of the climbing instructors in sport climbing. Sport climbing is one of the Olympic event nowadays. Even in Paris Olympic also, which is happening this year, sport climbing is one of the events. You can represent your state, you can represent your country. You can be an outdoor adventure guide, you can be a competition organizer, or maybe a route setter. Whitewater rafting, you can be a rafting guide, you can be a rafting expedition leader, you can be a safety kayaker, or you can be an adventure sports instructor. In paragliding and paramotoring, you can be a tandem pilot, you can be a solo pilot, you can be a flight instructor. I give you an example. When in Dirang we started conducting the paragliding, we trained 4 individuals of Dirang. Today, 2 are conducting their own flights and they're conducting tandem flights there. So they have the mode of employment. Today, anybody wants to fly in Dirang Valley, they take a nominal amount and they fly you from there. So tandem flights they do conduct. So this is generally the address what we have. If you want to stay connected with us, you can note down the social media handles and you can get and connect with us. We will guide you what all courses we can do or what all courses you can do. In fact, I've already requested, sir, that an invitation is there for Royal Global University to come and do some adventure course. It is something which is beyond your imagination, that I can guarantee you. And just last thing, this is university where you actually learn the things which are indoors. We will teach you, we will talk about the outdoor. So when you think of outdoor activities, think of outdoor university, that is NIMAS Dirang. That is where you can come. That's all about NIMAS. Any questions you have regarding adventure, regarding mountaineering, or regarding Northeast, where all we can do such things, you are most welcome to us. Thank you so much. Jai Hind. Let's break the ice and let's see some questions coming from you all. Some short-term courses, what they can. Short-term courses, yes, sir. For example, if the university agrees, you can have a short-term adventure course for a week, wherein we can teach you about outbound leadership, sport climbing, whitewater rafting, and trekking. And I can guarantee you that you will really like it. You will love it. That I can guarantee. Next, sir, if some people feel the urge to do more, or rather the good qualified courses, then we have mountaineering courses. If somebody feels that कि मुझे पहाड़ों से डर लगता है, मैं तैरना चाहता हूँ, we have whitewater rafting and scuba courses. If somebody really wants to fly, कि मुझे उड़ना पसंद है, we have a natural thing, natural selection, I would say. Everybody is not the same. Like a guy like me, I always want one foot on ground. So I'm good in mountaineering. So I don't like to fly. So rafting is good for me, and mountaineering is good for me, trekking is good for me. So maybe somebody wants to fly. So for him or her, there is paramotor and there is paragliding also. And close by, बहुत दूर से, you can imagine that people from Tamil Nadu, people from Karnataka, people from Kerala, people from Telangana, people from Andhra Pradesh, they come to us to do the course. But आपके लिए it is in your own backyard, not very far from here, not very far. हम लोग जब बहुत दूर की बात करते हैं, imagine guy coming from Karnataka and Kerala, he has to travel, changing 2 flights and then doing the road journey. For you, there are no flights, it's only road journey from here.
So is there any minimum qualification to get into?
We just need a volunteer, ma'am, who should be fit enough, rather he should or she should only say, yes, I want to do it. That is the only qualification initially we have. Ji.
What is the full-time course?
Full-time, sir, mountaineering is 28 days. Paramotor is around 12 days. Paragliding, again 12 days. Whitewater rafting, if you want to do basic and intermediate both, it is 18 days. Scuba diving, 4 days. So different courses, different things we have in that.
Student can choose during the
They can choose their adventure.
Vacation time, that's the best time.
internship also
Collaborate,
also. Like our
So are
university
there scopes?
encourages internship.
Definitely, sir.
They have to go for maybe 45 days, 1 month internship. So maybe one of them can take up this kind of course.
Actually, it is wonderful idea, sir. Wonderful idea. Yes. Can we have the questions?
Any fee for anything?
Subsidized fees, sir. For example, if I would tell you, if you do mountaineering course outside to any private this thing, sir, it will cost you 70 to 80,000 rupees. Because for 28 days, they give you the equipment, they give you the instructors, they give you the food, they give you the shelter. But here it's only 22,000 rupees for 28 days. Because you get the equipment, you get the rucksack, you get your shoes, you get your ice axe, you get your ropes, everything is provided there. So it happens. Food is also there, included, sir. That is important part.
A few of our students did go to NIMAS for a training adventure camp.
Okay, ma'am.
Around 7 of them.
Okay, that's nice, ma'am. That's nice.
Who have gone? Who are anybody here? No, they are not here anymore. No, us.
I can see one hand.
He is an NSS very
Yes, ma'am.
university.
In fact, NSS does subscribe to our courses, ma'am. We do conduct adventure courses for the NSS.
And he was recently in the Republic Day parade also selected from the government of Assam.
Wow, that's nice. That's wonderful, ma'am. That's wonderful.
So now some of you can think next time to go to Vietnam.
कुछ मेरी तरह भी होंगे, बोल रहे थे पढ़ाई से फुर्सत ही नहीं मिल रही, हम कहाँ एडवेंचर करेंगे, हाँ? ऐसा भी होगा, राइट? when I also started, I was like, ये क्या है यार, ये क्यों करते हैं ऐसे? But once you get into it, let me tell you, it became my sort of full-fledged profession. I spent more than 50 lakhs, my own savings, my own pay in climbing mountains. Actually. And that too, when I lost one finger, I don't have 1/4 of my patella, जिसको normally बोलते हैं घुटना. I don't have 1/4 of that. I got injured. So you go through such activities also, such dangers also, right? But it happens. It is part and parcel of it. डरना नहीं है कि उंगली चली गई हमारा क्या होगा, वैसा नहीं है. Don't worry. It doesn't happen to everyone. I can see few smiles. Now let me see few questions also. Anything which come to you, comes in your mind. Anything. सोचना मत कि बगल वाला क्या सोचेगा. Don't worry about it. ये नहीं सोचना है आपने. Yeah, please.
So you told about paragliding and paramotors. Is there anything about parajumping as such?
As such, as of now, nothing. Because what happens, para jumps के लिए it costs you more. we have to hire a plane and then you can actually do the para jumps. To hire a plane, you will imagine it costs you lakhs. That is the reason, you know, क्या होता है कि जब हम बात करते हैं सब्सिडाइज एडवेंचर कोर्सेज देने की, वी एक्चुअली सी दैट हम लोग वो मिडिल क्लास को वो चीज़ें प्रोवाइड करा सकें. When the fee go to lakhs, obviously, for you it will be unavailable. So that is the reason we are actually conducting those activities which are something which is affordable for the middle class. That is the reason. Maybe in future we are thinking about it, but then before that I really want to make good infrastructure of these activities and then we want to go further, right? ताकि तभी आगे बढ़े. पहले ये 6 एक्टिविटीज़ को हम अच्छे से करा लें, अच्छे से इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बना लें और उसके बाद हम आगे बढ़ेंगे. Thank you. Yes. Now the ice has been broken. Can we have the next question? Okay, there are 3, I would say the groups. Let's have the first question from the first group. जब हम लोग भी एकेडमी थे ना, तो हमें जब पूछते थे कि यानी क्वेश्चन, तो हम ऐसे सर नीचे कर लेते थे कि अभी हमारा नंबर ना आ जाए. पर आप लोग लकी हो, नहीं तो बोल देते हम, अच्छा ओके, लेफ्ट ऑफ खालसा, राइट ऑफ खालसा. अब यहाँ पे खालसा है नहीं. हाँ जी, प्लीज़. See, sometimes it is like if you really have the zidd and जुनून, you do it on your own also. But अगर आप एक अच्छे माउंटेनियर हो और अगर आपने अपने आप को प्रूव किया है, आज की तारीख में हमारी कंट्री के अंदर स्पॉन्सर्स की कमी नहीं है. People do sponsor. And in the present scenario, there are a lot of companies who are sponsoring. Tata is sponsoring, Reliance is sponsoring, a lot of other companies also they are sponsoring. Mountain Dew is sponsoring. But then you have to put yourself at that level. आपको पहले अपने आप को प्रूव करना होगा कि मैं एक अच्छा माउंटेनियर हूँ, मैं 5-7 माउंटेन्स क्लाइंब कर चुका हूँ, मैं प्रॉपर कोर्स क्वालिफाइड हूँ और मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ. If you have a unique idea, it will sell. मतलब आपको उस वक्त वो आइडिया बेचना आना चाहिए. It is like you want a funding, right? It is like you have an startup. आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट चाहिए, आप बेचोगे ना उसको, आप बताओगे क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपकी कंपनी ग्रो कर रही है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल माउंटेन ड्यू, बिकॉज इट हैज माउंटेन अटैच टू इट, राइट? एंड इट सेज, व्हाट इज द टैगलाइन? डर के आगे जीत है. So that is why most of the people, they go to Mountain Dew also to sponsor that. Red Bull, in most of the adventure activities across the world, Red Bull actually, basically sponsors that because their tagline is also matching the adventure. That is the reason. But होता है आज की तारीख में, lot of activities get sponsored, but only you have to make yourself at that level. Your expertise should be at that level. हाँ जी, let's have question. सिर्फ जून से लेकर सितंबर तक नहीं होता है. उसका कारण ये है कि उस टाइम पे बरसात बहुत होती है. यू ऑल नो दैट. बरसात के टाइम पे नहीं, नो माउंटेनियरिंग, नो पैराग्लाइडिंग, बिकॉज एवरीथिंग इज आउटडोर. सर्दी झेल सकते हो, गर्मी झेल सकते हो, बट हम बरसात को कैसे फोर्स करेंगे, राइट? सो दैट इज द ओनली टाइम विच वी डोंट कंडक्ट. बाकी apart from monsoon season, every time, even in winters, Jan, Feb, March, we have whitewater rafting being run, scuba diving, we have paragliding, paramotor, ये सारे courses हमारे चलते हैं जी. So the center group has taken the lead, left and right is silent. Right में वैसे थोड़े बच्चे बैठे हैं, right? So let's have one question from the right one. चलो कुछ भी पूछ लो, कुछ भी, यही पूछ लो कि चलो आप बोला है हमारे ग्रुप को, हमारी इज्जत की बात है, हम पूछते हैं अभी को क्वेश्चन. ये भी पूछ सकते हैं सर, उंगली कैसे गई? ओके, यू नो लॉट ऑफ टाइम पीपल टेल यू सर ये क्या हुआ, कट के गिर गई थी या क्या हुआ था? वैसा नहीं होता है. यू नो इट्स समथिंग कॉल्ड फ्रॉस्टबाइट. जब आप किसी टेम्परेचर में, -डिग्री टेम्परेचर में जब ज़्यादा रहते हो, तो आपकी नर्व्स जो होती है ना, यहाँ पे आपका खून का सर्कुलेशन सबसे कम होता है. ओके, सो जनरली आपने देखा होगा जो हार्ट से सबसे दूर बॉडी पार्ट्स हैं वहाँ पे सर्कुलेशन कम होता है. फिंगर टिप्स, टो टिप्स, नाक, कान. तो फ्रॉस्टबाइट होने के खतरे मीन्स आपकी नर्व्स फ्रीज हो जाती हैं, वो खतरे आपको कान, नाक, उंगलियां, पैरों की उंगलियां उसमें ज़्यादा होता है. सो देर आर लाइक स्टेजेस. जब आपकी खून की कमी होने लगती है, नर्व्स आपकी डेड होना शुरू होती हैं, सो इट टर्न्स, पहले आपको खारिश होना शुरू होती है, यू नो, खुजली जिसे हम बोलते हैं. आप समझ जाते हो कि थोड़ा होने वाला है, एंड यू जनरली आप ग्लव्स निकाल के या ग्लव्स के ऊपर थोड़ा बहुत ऐसे मारने की कोशिश करते हो ताकि सर्कुलेशन बना रहे. फिर उसके बाद सेकेंड स्टेज होती है टर्न्स रेड. इट गिव्स यू दैट वार्निंग, योर बॉडी गिव्स यू दैट वार्निंग, द नर्व्स आर डेड, यू नो, नाउ dying. So after that it turns maroon and then it turns black. Black means आपकी स्किन डेड हो गई, आपकी नर्व्स डेड हो गई, बट इट टेक्स टाइम. तो जब खारिश हो रही थी पता लग गया था, बट मैं ग्लव्स नहीं निकाल सकता था बिकॉज आई वॉज एट ए हाइट ऑफ 23,000 feet and I was on a ridge. We were around 7 people there. We were on a ridge. We had just summited a mountain in Uttarakhand and we were coming back and blizzard struck us. Blizzard means सिर्फ आप हवा जब चलती है उसको आप हल्का तूफान बोल सकते हो. जब हम स्नो ब्लेजर्ड की बात करते हैं वो ब्लेजर्ड होता है तूफान बर्फीला, बर्फ फेंकता है आपके ऊपर, वो तो वो होता है. स्नोफॉल हो रहा है लेकिन उसके साथ तूफान चल रहा है. So that is why we couldn't take out the gloves. So out of 7, 3 of us lost our fingers, and we were lucky that we could only lose 1 or 2. I would say lucky because we survived, right? So that happened in 2009, and out of 7, 5 quit कि अभी हमें भगवान ने बचा लिया, अभी हम दोबारा कभी पहाड़ की तरफ नहीं जाएंगे. होता है ना, आपके साथ भी कई बार ऐसे साथी होंगे साथ में. पर जो 2 हमने माउंटेनियरिंग जारी रखी, हम लोगों ने 2011 में, फिर 2012 में एवरेस्ट चढ़ा, 2013 में एवरेस्ट चढ़ा. जो लोग एक बार ख्वाब देखते हैं, हम उसको एक बार नहीं, 2 बार नहीं, 3 बार एवरेस्ट क्लाइंब करने का हमें मौका मिला. राइट, इट हैपेंस. थैंक यू. एंड यू नो, बोलते हैं ना जो हिम्मत रखते हैं भगवान भी उनका साथ देता है. हु ऑल नो विराट कोहली? उसको तो सभी जानते होंगे, राइट? When Virat Kohli got Arjuna Award of cricket in 2013, I got it of mountaineering. So you feel nice that your work has been recognized, right? अच्छा लगता है ना? And it is not only just an award, it is a cash prize of 15 lakhs and a bronze statue that actually matters. That actually matters. तब आपको लगता है कि आप किसी पेडेस्टल पे आप पहुंचे हैं, because that is the highest award of sports oblique adventure which is given to any individual in the country, and only one per year, only one of particular event is given, right? आपने भी देखा होगा क्रिकेट में जैसे एक ही को मिलता है, वैसे ही एक माउंटेनियर को भी मिलता है. एक पैराग्लाइडिंग, पैरामोटर वाले जो करते हैं, स्काई डाइविंग जो करते हैं, उनको भी एरो एडवेंचर में मिलता है. एक जो एक्वा एडवेंचर करते हैं उनको भी अवार्ड मिलता है. इन तीनों अवार्ड्स को to honor Tenzing Norgay, the first person along with Edmund Hillary to climb Mount Everest, उनको ऑनर करने के लिए इन तीनों का नाम रख दिया नेशनल एडवेंचर अवार्ड, Tenzing Norgay नेशनल एडवेंचर अवार्ड, just to honor him. The honor is the same, it is given on the same date, and it is also called the Arjuna Award because the recognition and the prize money is same. So this is how it happens.
Sir, I want
Yes.
to add on.
हाँ जी.
Because that happened in 2009. So now you have a drug, Tentralstil. About Tentral, I wanted to say, sir.
हाँ.
Because nowadays that is of a composition of pentoxypyrene. So people who are worrying about frostbite, so whenever you have that tingling sensation, what sir was mentioning, if you have that drug, you won't go to the next stage.
So आज की तारीख में आपका उंगली जाने का सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता, राइट? तो बच जाओगे, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको. हाँ जी. Still question is pending from that side. अब कोई ये भी बोल रहा है यार ये तो पीछे ही पड़ गए. I just want to open up, right? Just want to open up. आप क्वेश्चंस अपने पूछ सकते हैं, अपने डाउट्स क्लियर कर सकते हैं, right? Important thing is to understand कि पढ़ाई के साथ साथ जब भी आपको मौका मिले जिंदगी में कोई ना कोई चीज, आप ट्रैकिंग पकड़ लो, माउंटेनियरिंग पकड़ लो, पैराग्लाइडिंग, स्कूबा डाइविंग, वाइट वाटर राफ्टिंग करिएगा जरूर. You all will love it. That's my guarantee. Yeah, please.
My question is, like, something related to the seven senses. So, how was the experience with the hallucination? Did you have hallucination with these seven senses?
Not hallucination, but yes, when you are tired, then definitely you go through those moments. For example, जब आप एवरेस्ट समिट पे आप जाते हैं, आपका यू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम अ पर्टिकुलर कैंप. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी कॉल इट कैंप 3, जो हाइट होती है 27,000 फीट. वहाँ से आप शुरू करते हैं और आपने ऑक्सीजन मास्क लगा रखा है, बिकॉज उसके बाद ऑक्सीजन इज डिप्लीटेड. 1/3 ऑक्सीजन आपको उस टाइम पे अवेलेबल रहती है. तो आपने ऑक्सीजन मास्क लगाया है, यू आर नॉट स्पीकिंग, यू आर ब्रीदिंग लाइक टिपिकली, जैसे आप अभी 200 मीटर दौड़ के आपको आपने रेस्ट करना शुरू किया हो, द वे यू आर ब्रीदिंग दैट टाइम, तो आप वैसे ब्रीथ करते हो. उस टाइम पे इट इज अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस वॉक ऑफ 20 to 24 hours without rest, without sleep. Why without rest? I would say, अगर आप किसी जगह पे 2 मिनट से ज़्यादा रुक जाओगे तो आप जम जाओगे, लिटरली जम जाओगे, because your nerves start dying, because that time the temperature is -30 to -40 degrees. And if you are unlucky, the temperatures goes beyond that because of the snow blizzard, then God saves you. But it is always that way. Himmate marda madade khuda. It happens. Every year, people around 500 climbers, they climb Mount Everest every year. Right? It is an adventure activity. It can happen. I'll tell you a small incident. एम्स ऋषिकेश में Y20 का मीट हुआ लास्ट ईयर, एंड आई वॉज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एंड देर वॉज ए मीटिंग ऑन एडवेंचर एक्टिविटीज. सो आप बैठ सकते हैं, थैंक यू. सो देर वॉज एन एक्टिविटी और अदर ग्रुप डिस्कशन. सो वाइस चांसलर साहब ही स्टार्टेड टेलिंग पीपल, बच्चों बाकी सब ठीक है, आप लोग इतनी मेहनत करते डॉक्टर बनते हो, एडवेंचर एक्टिविटी मत करना, बहुत रिस्की है. राइट? इट इज अ वेरी नेचुरल थिंग. अब उनकी सोच में जो चीज थी उन्होंने बताया बच्चों को. देन माई टर्न केम. देन आई आस्क्ड हिम, मैंने कहा सर क्या आपको पता है कि पिछले साल या पिछले 5 सालों का अगर हम डाटा ले लें, सबसे ज्यादा मौतें किस में हुई हैं? कैन यू जस्ट गेस? रोड एक्सीडेंट्स. तो क्या आपने गाड़ी चलाना या स्कूटी चलाना छोड़ दी? नहीं छोड़ी ना. तो फिर एडवेंचर करना क्यों छोड़ोगे? अगर करना चाहते हो तो कीजिए. द परसेंटेज इज मिनिमल. I have done more than 60 para jumps because I was commanding a para battalion. It never happened कि आपका पैरा ना खुला हो, जिसे छतरी बोलते हैं हम नॉर्मली, छतरी ना खुली हो या पैरा ना खुला हो. It never happened. In paragliding or paramotor, it will never happen. If you have done your inspection well, it will never happen कि आपकी मोटर रुक गई हो या आपका ग्लाइडर ना खुला हो. अगर आप थर्मल के बीच में एक अच्छी हवा में भी फंस जाते हो, still you can rescue yourself. I have done more than 65, rather it's 70 now, 70 mountaineering expeditions. It has only happened twice. Imagine the percentage level is so down. Right? So adventure activity definitely risky है, बोला जाता है, but सबसे ज़्यादा रिस्क तो रोड पे चलना है. तो रोड पे चलना तो नहीं छोड़ा ना, वैसे आप एडवेंचर कर सकते हैं. इट इज सेफ. राइट? सो नो मोर क्वेश्चंस? ओके, we'll call it a day. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you all. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.